Hey guys, Lanto Nelson here with my buddy Tyler today. We are going to be going to Points West, revisiting a couple spots as well as a couple new ones. Gonna go see what we can find out there. It's going to be a casual, fun, checking out the sights kind of day. So Tyler's first adventure with me. Hope he's not too scared. Got it. It's definitely going to be a long, fun day. So we'll catch up more with Tyler along the route, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
It's a little chilly this morning, but things are supposed to improve. And when I say that, I mean temperature's going to rise. Probably in the middle to upper 50s right now, and should be getting up into the lower 80s. So that's going to be a big variance. You know, I guess it's kind of worth mentioning now, since I'm in that situation. I've touched on group riding in the past, and riding with one other rider, I don't know if you would consider that a group ride. I do. It's anytime you've got another individual that you have to be considerate of while you ride, be it one or many. It does affect your focus and ultimately how you will ride. You have to be considerate of that other person, because the two of you, the three of you, the five of you, the 25 of you are all going to influence and impact each other as you go. You have another vehicle that is with you in the sense that they are in closer proximity by design than would be normally with another vehicle. You're essentially sharing the same space, and abrupt, unexpected maneuvers will affect the other riders. Not only that, if you happen to be the lead rider, if you want to call it that, the one out front, you kind of have to worry about who's behind you, not just because of maneuvering and how it will affect them, but whether or not they are still there. I have been on rides where everything seems fine, everybody's tooting along, and the next thing you know, somebody fell off from the pack, a few people, for a multitude of reasons. Somebody needed gas, somebody ran out of gas, somebody's got a flat, somebody had an accident. It could be anything, but the point is, if you're not paying attention, you could be losing half your group at any given moment, and you'll be miles down the road before you realize that person might need help. I've been there. If you guys are regular subscribers and have seen my past videos, you've seen that happen. So keeping your eyes open, not just for yourself, but for the people with you, is vital. Let's see if we get a wave here. Ding. So group riding can be fun, but it does take some extra focus, and you need to make sure that you put that into play. You don't want to find yourself in a tough spot because your buddy's in a tough spot, or vice versa. You got your first wave counter in! You know, the other thing that just came to mind about group riding is you want to make sure that you're riding within the limits of the group. I've seen too often where there'll be somebody in the group that wants to put a little bit more into it than the others are comfortable doing, and that individual ends up separating themselves from the group somehow. They ride off ahead into the distance to go a little faster, or make a maneuver that wouldn't be necessary otherwise, and it causes problems if the group isn't using cohesive thought, cohesive planning. This is how we're going to ride, this is where we're going to go, this is how we're going to get there. if everybody just knows, hey, we're going from A to B, and they don't have some ground rules in play, there's high potential for some serious issues down the way. Now, like I said, I'm not into large groups because of those factors. There's too often those issues that pop up. I'm not speaking against group riding by any means. I have seen seriously well organized group rides, and they are impressive. But that would be a group of people that have many years experience riding that way. And I know people who have many years experience riding that way, and I still hear their complaints about riding in a large group and having problems with maintaining a consistent speed, a considerate speed. It always seems to crop up, and again, seems to get worse the larger the group is. And that's not to say that those people aren't being considerate towards each other, but the variables are going to increase regardless, just because the quantity of riders is increasing. So keep that in mind if and when you decide to do a group ride. Start off with smaller groups, people you know, people that you are comfortable riding around. Learn how to read the actions of those ahead of you to anticipate what's coming up, and make sure you've got enough room between you and them to be able to react in time should there be something popping up in front of you, or if something happens behind you. So like I say, always enjoy, but be safe and be smart while you're out there having fun. Another thing about group riding, nowadays there are communication devices that I wouldn't say are necessarily affordable, but worth the cost if you can obtain one. And everyone in that group should then have fair ability to communicate with each other and understand what's coming up and what's happening next. You don't always have that, though. It's something that I actually have used in the past, and I find it to be a bit of a distraction at times. But with smaller groups, it works better. But on that note, with smaller groups, I don't feel you necessarily need it. Sure, it's an advantage, but not a requirement. You'll be able to communicate with hand signals, or the obvious, somebody's pulling over. $4,000 for a school bus, wow. Sorry, get distracted there. But yeah, in smaller groups, you can get by with a few hand signals, some looks, and again, pre-discussion of what's going on and what will be happening. Tyler and I are in that category today. We don't have any intercom systems of any sort, and it is our first time riding this distance. We've ridden together once before in the past. It was casual, just around town kind of thing, but easier to communicate in that situation, especially when you know the area. Tyler hasn't been out this way as far as I'm aware, and from what he has told me, so he's kind of relying on me being out front, knowing a little better where I am and where we're going. So he's got to be on his toes for my actions, my signals. It's easy to miss a turn signal sometimes, especially when you're absorbing the environment around you. It is beautiful out here, I'll tell you. Gotta give Tyler some camera time. Hello, officer. Or trooper.
But your odds are so increased. Yes. And with everything else, if you're going like 100 miles per hour, you hit something that but if you got go 100 miles per hour and something is going to do it 1 year ahead.
Falls. Haven't had much rain lately, so not much water flowing through here today. Look at that. Clibbins galore. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Holy cow! Woohoo! That was crazy, man. That was awesome. I hope Tyler's enjoying this as much as I am. That's where we would cut to Tyler going, holy frick, yeah! If only Tyler had a camera. I'm gonna have to get a second one. It truly is beautiful out here. Well folks, I told you I'd come back to Galena someday soon, and this is that day. Although I'm entering town from a different side, the northern side of town, but it's beautiful nonetheless. And it certainly was fun getting here. So I'm going to find a spot to eat with Tyler. Do you care where we eat? You want to go to that spot that I usually go to? Sure. Alright, we'll do that. Or sushi. I like sushi. I love sushi. Let's get sushi.
So we made it to Galena. It was a fun ride. Got a ways to go yet before we start heading back, but decided to stop here at a sushi bar called Little Tokyo. First time for me being here. Let's see what it's like. What'd you think of the ride? It was good. Yeah. You know what I meant to ask you? We'll look at it a little more closely outside, but I didn't introduce your bike. What do you ride?
Yamaha FZR600.
Yeah?
Yep.
2007.
I think I've had it like maybe 2.5 years now.
So like it?
That. I do like it.
You like it? What is it your only bike that you've had, or?
No, it's not. Yeah,
I know.
First one I actually bought from you was a Ninja 250, and learned on that guy, and then shortly found out he needs to be a little faster. It was a fun bike.
It was. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cool deal. So that was some good food there at Little Tokyo with my pal Tyler. Time to get ready to roll again. What the heck is this? Another card from this Marc Rouge realtor. What the heck? How's this guy following me out here? Alright, I don't need this.
Alright guys, we're gonna go check out Grant's home. This landmark here in Galena that I had not been able to stop at the last time. And we're going to park over here.
So this house here on the property of Ulysses S. Grant was built in 1851. First floor and second floor loft. And Tyler, what were you doing back there? It's amazing. 6 children were raised in this house at one point. Think about the fact that the majority of people in this area lived in something like this. So this is Ulysses S. Grant's home, and today being Monday, we're out of luck. But this area here is gorgeous, and we're gonna see what we can
A lot of beautiful old buildings here.